Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Star Wars Stuff Podcast. My name is David,
Craig 5 standing by.
I'm Mary.
and this is where we talk all things Star Wars. And before we get started, as always, we want to recognize our top tier Patreon members out there, starting with Liam McCallion, Kevin Leininger, Deb McCaffrey, Zach Netzel, Maya Morris, and Haber, Front Row King, Cam from Indiana, Mariana Tia Arnold, Rest Jedi 27, Alex Blundell, Indiana Solo, and BC Doomit. Thank you so much for your awesome love and support out there. Also, you can go to legionsabers.com and pick up an awesome lightsaber, accessories, or a necklace. For 15% off, use the code STUFF at checkout, and you'll see us in Vegas with them at Level Up Con. Also, at WonderCon, very soon, you will see our very own Mary, who you see on the screen, who you're about to listen to. She will be wandering about, trying to talk to celebrities.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
see her.
Don't get
Stop her.
arrested.
James will be there. You'll get to meet James as well.
And Mary is disconnected from her audio.
No.
Oh, now she's back. Never mind.
I could
Oh.
hear her. I
Okay.
could hear.
What were you
Yeah,
gonna say, Mary?
I'll be at WonderCon. I'll be at WonderCon. James will be at WonderCon. We're gonna try to be there all 3 days. We've got some panels. We've got some people that we're gonna try to meet and talk to. We have press badges, so hopefully that means we get to go into whatever room we want to go in. But yeah, if you see me, come say hello. We'll talk Star
That
Wars.
would be awesome. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm right now at South by Southwest. I'm currently at home right now, but I've been at South by Southwest most of the time. So if you see me, stop me. I have some stickers on me. So yeah, do that.
Are they scratch and sniff?
Not these.
Ooh.
Not these. What would the smell be for Star Wars stuff?
I feel like it
Ooh.
would have to be like minty.
Panther poodoo?
A band?
No, it has to be like blue. It has to be blue, but it has to be like minty.
Like Ayala Secura?
No one's written the book
Okay.
that smells
Refreshing.
of Star Wars yet, so
Copyright, trademark, copyright. That's
I
ours.
know
We're
some
doing that.
people that I can contact. Yeah, and yeah, you
Um,
can have scratch and sniff pages. That would be cool.
Ooh, this one smells like Jawa.
What does it? I don't know. No, I don't think I want to know. I feel like it would be like those Harry Potter jelly beans, where one is gonna smell
Yeah.
like mint, and then the next one's gonna smell like a booger.
Jeez.
Oh, this is trash compactor water.
Oh, gross! What do you think a bantha smells like,
Hello,
or the
Carla.
inside of a tauntaun?
Gym locker.
And
Carlos
Tauntaun.
Landeros 1840 on YouTube says, "Hi guys, hi Carlos, how
Hi,
are you?"
Carlos.
Zach is awake during the day in Japan. There, he says, "Hey guys" on YouTube,
Hi, Zach.
and somebody says something very bad that
Oh.
we're not going to post.
Oh, okay.
I think he's referring to the trash compactor, not the podcast.
Yes.
No. So okay,
Oh.
So, okay, you're cool. I won't totally knock you out. Zach says smells like Luke. What does Luke smell like, Craig?
Heaven.
The inside of a tauntaun.
Like an angel.
What's your favorite
Aw.
song, Craig?
Oh, that's my song. In arms of an angel.
That's our Patreon song.
That's a callback
Oh.
from last week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be doing Star Wars trivia at WonderCon. Craig, you better be on
Nice.
standby.
I'll be ready.
Oh, jeez.
You better be ready, Craig.
I'm ready. Ready am I?
Yeah, he's a Bad Bunny fan.
Oh, Craig is.
I am.
I don't know.
You're a
Someone
Bad
is.
Bunny fan?
We know Pedro Pascal is a Bad Bunny fan because he was at the concerts on stage. Which,
Super Bowl.
speaking of Pedro Pascal, the Oscars ended tonight. He did not win an Oscar. Lucasfilm did not win an Oscar. I don't think Disney won an Oscar. But
What
there's a
would they
lot
have
of
been up for? What's even been out?
Zootopia 2.
No,
Yeah, it was between Zootopia and K-pop Demon Hunters for animation.
Yeah, and of course, you knew K-pop was going to win.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just too big. Ewan McGregor presented Best Picture with Nicole Kidman. I guess it was like the
Mhm.
20th anniversary of Moulin Rouge. Who else?
Pedro
was
and
there?
Sigourney were up there together and they presented.
Yes, they presented and they kicked it to Grogu sitting in, I guess, Sigourney's seat or Pedro's seat, and Kate Hudson was like getting close to him, and then Sigourney Weaver delivered her line, "Get away from her, you bitch," which was funny and classic and maybe on the
Yeah.
edge of PG-13,
Get
but they
away
said it,
from her.
and that's the marketing start.
The best marketing they've done.
That's
This is the
that's
best marketing they've done.
That's what we're talking about in the text.
The
thread.
next thing we'll see is some Ghostbuster callbacks too.
Yeah, and Pedro
There is
Pascal said
no Dana, only Grogu.
when Sigourney Weaver delivered that line, Pedro Pascal said, "Oh wow, that's great. I just peed a little." So Pedro peed a little on
Also, where was
stage.
his mustache?
Apparently, it was on somebody else. I saw that joke.
Leonardo
online. I thought it was kinda
DiCaprio?
funny. Somebody, DiCaprio stole Pedro's mustache. Apparently, so yeah, we're
I think
getting
my
a lot of
favorite joke from the Oscars so far is the Leonardo DiCaprio is like, he's done so many movies and he's done even more memes.
yeah.
So let's create a meme right now. I cannot
Yeah.
wait to see it all day tomorrow.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of Anne Hathaway memes now, like her
Really?
1,000-yard stare she had or whatever. I don't know. Zach says from Japan, if James is there, he could answer all the Last Jedi questions.
Are there any questions other
time
than
marker,
why
please.
was that movie made?
Time
702.
marker 702. Farther than last time.
And Carlos on YouTube says, "What's your favorite Disney character, Craig?"
I mean, are we counting like Star Wars now or like
No.
outside of?
It's a podcast, Craig. There's no rules.
I mean,
We already
but
know who your favorite Star Wars one is. What's your outside of Star Wars? Like just straight Disney.
I would go with that.
That's a tough question. I could think of a few off the top of my head.
Ariel.
Woody, Rapunzel,
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Mike and Sully.
Oh, because you can't have just one of them. It has to be the duo.
I mean, I would say those are off the top of my head.
All right,
Yeah.
Mary, top of your head.
Tiger Lily from Peter Pan,
Okay.
the Native American princess.
Mm-hmm.
She is my favorite
Yeah.
Disney character.
Mine's Ariel. All right. Carlos says, "You guys are funny."
Thank you. We don't try. This just
We
naturally
appreciate
happens.
your low expectations.
Zach says he lost his mustache. What's the woman's take, Mary?
Oh, you know what? Okay, so the first time I got introduced to him, he didn't have a mustache on Buffy. But to see him again without it, I was just kind of like, okay, all right. Well,
Oh yeah.
not sad, but slightly disappointed. He's a facial hair kind of guy. He's a facial
Yeah.
hair kind of guy.
And in regards to Buffy, sad news, they canceled the show. There's going to star one of the kids
know.
from Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew. So I got to meet Ravi
Really? It
from
was
Skeleton
gonna
Crew
star
at
one
the
of the
Saturn
kids?
Awards. Yeah, the girl who played Fern. She was going to be the new vampire slayer.
Okay. All right.
So
like
I
her.
was talking to him. I was talking to Ravi. I met him at the Saturn Awards, got to talk to him on the red carpet, and then I got to catch up with him after the award ceremony. Went up to him just to like say hello and congratulations after he had won. But I asked him about the rumors of Skeleton Crew 2, and he was like, I have no idea. No one told us anything. If it's happening, we don't even know about it, kind of
Mhm.
thing. And he said, and some of us are busy. So
It's kind of crazy.
I took that to be about Fern. Yeah, the girl who plays Fern.
Hmm.
But I like that Sarah Michelle Gellar was the one who went online, was like, I want you guys to hear this from me. Hulu decided not to go with it and
Yeah.
stuff.
She seems pretty
So-
cool. She was in Austin at South by
Yeah.
Southwest promoting Ready or Not Part 2 with Elijah Wood. So yeah, she seems like a cool gal. Carlos Landeros 1840 on YouTube says, "Today's my birthday. Happy birthday."
Happy birthday.
Zach
I hope
is
you did
shocked.
something fun today.
Yeah,
He's
definitely.
watching the podcast. How good could it be?
Well, he is in Japan.
Maybe he did
can go
something
get a
before.
egg sandwich, sure. Yeah, something.
Or maybe
Zach says so. They're not making season 2 for Buffy, and Buffy was canceled. Yep. If that's a question or statement, I don't know. I think it's a question. Yeah, they're
Correct.
not making it. It's done. Carlos is asking himself, "How old are you?" or asking us. I don't know.
I'm
I
38.
think Carlos is lonely and drunk. He's like, hey, how old are you?
On his birthday, yeah. I mean, that would kind of make sense. Yeah, I'm 44.
I'm 38.
I'm 12.
Craig's 69.
I'm 12 in my heart.
Carlos says, "Gracias."
I mean, I act like I'm 12, so
Yeah,
You have the
It's all
soul
good.
of a 12-year-old.
I think
it's
so.
all good. So, what do you think about the whole marketing thing? Because after I think Grogu was in the seat and Conan made fun of him because he couldn't clap, we got like a truncated trailer with like a little bit of remix scenes, and I got hyped. I was like, "Oh my god, this is what I wanted for the Super Bowl," and we got it for the Oscars. I guess this is like consolation, I guess. But
Do you feel like it's too little, too late?
I think
Well-
the hype will start coming in the next coming weeks.
This-
I bought a whole case of the Mighty but Small Grogu set. Like the hype is here. It's like, okay, finally, we're gonna get some stuff. They're talking about it. They're getting excited about it. They had a whole spot in the Oscars. I'm so finally they're listening. Lucasfilm, if you're listening.
I'm 6'7".
we all did it. We're all
It's
old. and we
crazy
did it.
that stupid little video went so viral.
Yeah, you just never know. You
It's
never
Maybe
know.
this will go viral.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
Well, yeah, we all know Lucasfilm was listening. They understood that they needed to start the marketing blitz.
Yeah.
I'm
So
going to
what's
write
the
a
next-
letter to Josh tomorrow.
He was on the red carpet. They did talk to him, and he gave some good answers. Nothing out of left field. He was hyped to be there, and of course, ABC is owned by Disney, so they kind of had the platform to do this. The Super Bowl was on NBC, Peacock, or whatever, so
Peacock,
they don't own that, so they couldn't really kind of enforce their will, so to speak. So ABC is a place to kind of do a lot, and they kind of did. I didn't expect to see Grogu in a seat for a bit. That felt a little odd. It felt a little like outside of the realm of what you would expect at the Oscars, but I think it's slowly getting a little bit more comedic and funny.
Yeah.
And Conan did a whole thing with like AI.
After 150 years of snooze fest, they decided to throw a couple of jokes in there.
So you did watch it, Craig? No, You just
No,
watched some
I would
highlights?
never watch the Oscars.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I was talking about that with some family tonight. How much it would cost to get me to watch the Oscars? My minimum would be $2,000. That's my minimum.
Interesting.
I wouldn't do it for less.
Okay,
So
what
funny.
would you watch if someone decided that you had to watch either the Oscars or The Last Jedi? Which one would you pick?
Ooh.
The Oscars. I can't watch that.
Well, you would have seen some Star Wars stuff and some Star Wars celebrities at this Oscars. So
Yeah, at least those few minutes of Grogu would warm my little heart.
It was really cute.
My minimum
No.
for watching Last Jedi is 25,000. That's
Wow.
minimum.
And Joe Letteri, who worked, I know, on the special editions for Star Wars 1 for Avatar Fire and Ash. So,
Yep.
yeah, he moved over from ILM to help out James Cameron. And I think Peter Jackson, too, with Weta. And then he left them. And then James Cameron moved to New Zealand and started his whole thing there. So, yeah, it's a lot of Star Wars alums tonight. But what do you think? And Carlos Landeros on YouTube says, I am a kid, so I don't drink beer. I don't drink beer either. So just want to clarify that. What do you think is the next big marketing push for The Mandalorian and Grogu after tonight? Mary?
The toys. They got to do better with like the toys and the merchandise. And we need a new trailer.
Maybe they'll do like a Midnight Madness with the toys. They do that sometimes with the movies. But I mean, this first wave stinks. Just they're There's just nothing.
Well, did you see the
exciting about
Mando
this
one that
movie.
came out? There's a Black Series Mando that came out. Craig, did you see that one?
Yeah, I know, but it's like, you know how many Black Series Mandalorians they've made already? There's probably like at least 5, and that's not an exaggeration. There has to be even more than 5. So it's like,
Yeah.
why would I get excited for another? And then it's like Snow Trooper, okay, AT-AT driver, okay. Like I don't have Snow Troopers and AT-AT drivers.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying is like the only new one that was remotely interesting was the Sigourney Weaver one. I was like, the rest of them, like, this is lame. There's no aliens. There's no creatures. Like, what? This is why I need to write a letter to Josh. I need to write him an email. I got to set him straight. You go back
Well,
and you look
Greg,
at, huh?
you can do one better. We know Lucasfilm listens to our podcast, so now's your chance to say.
I'll draft up a little letter and I'll read it on air. An open
So off the
letter
top of
to
your head, you don't know what kind of toys that you would want for them to
aliens.
produce.
Look at the first
Okay.
20 figures of the original movies. You
So we
had
definitely want Rada.
Hammerhead.
I was going to say, I want
Snaggletooth,
Rada.
You had Hammerhead. You had Snaggletooth. You had Greedo. You had R5D4. You had the Death Star droid. You had all these unusual, cool characters. You had Gonk. You had Chewbacca. He's an alien. So it was fun because they were so unique, and that's where your imagination sparked off with all these cool little cantina aliens, and then there was Snowtrooper, or that was later, but Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, and Obi-Wan, Luke, Han, Leia, R2D2, C3PO. But it made it fun when you have these unique creatures that you could play with. Who wants to play? Who are these? What is basically you're going to have Mandalorian just killing a bunch of troopers, which we've seen a zillion times. Give us something unique.
I think I want each character that's going to be a part of like the fight arena.
Sure,
And
I think they'd be great.
I think that would be fun.
I said I would love to see some aliens, or even what's his name? The guy with the I want to call him Enzo. Not Enzo. What's his name? The bounty hunter.
Oh, Embo.
Embo.
Embo. I couldn't think of his name. Embo. Give us Embo.
That would be a good one too. Yeah.
They need some unique, cool toys to get people excited about. Otherwise, they're just.
Do you think if they put all those toys out, though, it would give too much away of the movie? Is it like too soon for that piece of it?
No, you can put some kind of creatures in there, even if they don't have a big scene. You know what I mean? Like, how big of a scene did Walrus Man have, or Hammerhead, or Snaggletooth? Did it give away the movie at all? No, but it made those cool, fun, toys fun and cool to play with.
Fair.
Greedo.
I think I want another trailer too. I really want another trailer.
I feel like I'm hoping there's a lot more to this movie than what it feels. It feels like it's going to be fairly two-dimensional to me. That's the best way I could describe it. It doesn't feel like it's going to be this robust, exciting thing. It just feels kind of like it's going to be flat, and that's what I'm worried about.
What would make it robust for you? Like what's the story you're looking for to make this a good movie?
Not just an action movie, something with heart to it. Something with, but it's like, how do you do character development with a guy who wears a helmet the whole time and a little alien that doesn't talk?
Well, the helmet's coming off. Maybe that was a big part of this. Like,
I think
that was a big reason why. Yeah.
It's just.
Well, we got a new still, right? Where Grogu's in the cage with 2 characters that we've met in the previous series. They were part of the Shadow Council.
I saw it with the whatever that guy's name is. I don't even know his name. The Imperial Warlord.
Oh, yeah. And Favreau teased that it was going to be somebody of note.
Is it Thrawn?
The name is going to be recognizable in some degree.
Yeah.
I don't know. They've given us so little all along the way that it just feels like confusing where this what this movie is going to be. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to be optimistic about it, but
Yeah, I want to see some good twists, and I want to see some like revelatory stuff, like something that reshapes what we thought we knew about the past, maybe. But it's gonna have to be good. It can't be like corny or like something weird. I mean, it's a little bit of a tall order. I mean, but
I mean,
that's what
you
they
know,
get paid to do.
Favreau has a really nice track history, so I'll give him that.
Yeah. I'd be really curious. I feel like so what you guys are describing right now is how I felt like maybe like a month ago and stuff. Now I'm starting to get hyped. Now I'm starting to think like this movie is actually really, really gonna be really good. And they weren't worried about it. That's why they weren't doing the marketing blitz from the get-go. They knew the movie could stand on its own. And that's the energy I'm getting now with like these small pieces, like this still, this like spot during the Oscars.
That's what they should have been doing for the last year, putting out a movie still once a month or something.
Yeah.
A behind the scenes production thing here and there. I mean, George used to do that. And it kept people excited and looking forward to something to talk about.
Yeah.
I
We're still in the
genuinely think
beginning
like
phases, I think.
sorry, go ahead, David.
Still in the beginning phases, I think, of like Josh tomorrow. I think he said he takes over as CEO Monday officially. And of course, Dave Filoni has just barely started. And this is, to me, I still see this as Kathleen Kennedy's thing.
Sure.
Because this was developed and created on her watch. So it's not a full blown Dave Filoni project. But of course, he has his hands all over it.
I'm not excited that this is a Book of Boba Fett writer that helped write it. I'm going to say that right now. I'm sorry, but the writing on that show was not very good, and it didn't make a lot of sense. Boba Fett saying, "These are my people." I was like, "What? What? Have you met any of these people? And these are your people all of a sudden?" Like, that felt so incredibly out of place to me.
I feel like there were things missing in that series, like that we didn't get to see that was filmed or recorded.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there, but that writing made no sense to me. Sorry. And I'm not blaming Tamura. I think Tamura's fine. He did what he could. And I feel like he's getting the blame for that show not going well. And I feel like that's kind of why they put Boba's character on the shelf. And I don't think that's fair at all, because the writing is what made no sense. They literally operated on Fennec Shand, and 5 seconds later, she's in the sand. What? She's in the sand after she just had a whole stomach replaced by a what? It made no sense.
The Robo-Tummy. Chris on Instagram says, Chris on Instagram says, I think we'll get a tickets on sale now final trailer.
Oh my God.
Probably. That makes the most sense.
Yeah.
But you see stuff like that. And I mean, there were so many things about Book of Boba Fett. It was just like a seriously questionable decision, which is so confusing because the episode that Robert Rodriguez did in Mandalorian was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just, oh my gosh, we're watching Boba Fett the way we've always wanted to see him. And next thing you know, where's that Boba Fett? Like, he wasn't on the show.
Yeah.
So I'm a little I think that's part of the reason my hype is died for this movie, because I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the writer, the one who wrote. Literally, he couldn't have been any other. Why couldn't it be an Andor writer? Please get me an Andor writer. Honestly,
if only.
I think is what made my interest level drop down quite a bit. I'm like, oh no. I mean, I don't know what that particular writer did for the series, but unless it was the Luke episode, I ain't excited.
It was that episode.
Oh, okay, then I'm pumped. I'm hyped. Now I'm hyped back
There you
up.
go. There you go.
All right, moving on to Colin Trevorrow. He was cornered at an event and he was asked about the Duel of the Fates. So I'm going to play it right now on my mic. Maybe the sound will help.
Yeah, and then let's
So
bash
much
on
about Duel of
JJ
the
next.
Fates, the episode 9 that never saw the light of day. Is there any world where that could be reworked and possibly like inserted into the canon? Are those ideas you're still kicking around, or is it in the past?
Well, it was. Look, I was making a third film in a trilogy, and that was a very specific job, and that was what I went to do. And so I doubt that. But honestly, at this point, like, what could be in Star Wars is kind of part of the joy of being a Star Wars fan, and so I love that I'm a part of what could be or what could have been in Star Wars.
So,
That is such a
listen,
PC
what is
answer.
What is he supposed to say? He wrote
Yeah.
episode 9. The question just
PC
doesn't
answer.
make any
right,
sense.
it doesn't make
Hey,
sense.
you wrote episode 9. I'm wondering, do you think that makes any sense? What? No, it makes no sense. It makes no sense.
You know what, though?
Aren't they supposed to take what they wrote for episode 9 and put it into something else? I'm sorry. The question just makes no sense. He said about as honest of an answer as you could.
Right.
What
and
would
of
you have
course-
asked him, Craig?
What would I have asked him?
Yeah.
I think I would have said, what is the major difference that you would have liked to see with the sequel trilogy or the original trilogy characters in the sequels?
You are looking for such a specific answer.
No, he could have said, I like what they did with it.
And then you would have thrown something at his face.
I mean, or pushed him. But
You're like, okay, we're done with this interview.
Okay. No, I think he was honest. What else is he going to
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
Honestly, what else are you going to say? The question was a silly question.
Also, you don't know what contracts he's under right now.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I'll tell you what. I got to talk about this one. J.J. Abrams. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, so this is just a small quote that I saw from, according to Go Loud app on X. Anyway, he said, J.J. Abrams wishes Domhnall Gleeson's General Hux had a bigger role in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. This is his quote. I wish he had a larger role in what we did before. You know, how many years has it been? 10 years?
Force
Since
Awakens? Yeah.
2015?
How
Been over a decade.
has that been what he's come to terms with after all this time? Not, looking back, I think I probably should have had a scene with everyone together. That was the big mistake I made. How is it? No, I wish I had put more of Domhnall Gleeson in. Is he completely out of touch with reality? Like, is there one person that watched those movies and thought, boy, JJ really missed the mark by not having more of Domhnall Gleeson in these movies?
Poor JJ. Oh my gosh.
It's like a sick joke. How has he not said, I am so sorry that I didn't put Han and Luke and Leia together for some kind of flashback or something that the fans had been waiting all those years to see? No, I'm really sorry, Domhnall, buddy. I wish I could have put you in more of the movie.
I wish it would have been like, I wish we had sat down and talked longer to make things more consistent across.
That would have
To
been
tell one full story.
that would have made more sense than a quote about Domhnall Gleeson. And nothing against him, but What?
But is that all he said? Maybe like
That's
they
the
just
only
took
part of the
that
quote that
snippet.
that I could see. I went
That's
to
what I'm
that.
saying. Like maybe he said more, but that's the part people were like, let's do this piece.
I went to their Twitter account and I looked to see if I could find anything else. I didn't see anything else. I hopefully we get a long, heartfelt apology. Nothing short of 2 to 3 hours. In fact, you know what?
Oh my
It should be-
God.
you know what? His apology should be as long as the sequel trilogy movies together. Whatever the
Oh,
length of
Lord.
these 3 movies are, him and Ryan Johnson should have to apologize profusely until that amount of time is expired. That would be fair punishment. I stand by that.
Craig, it sounds like you don't like the sequels.
Oh, I
I
love
think
them.
you don't like them. I think you don't like them.
Well, this past week, Mark Hamill had a quote saying that if he
Okay.
could have, he would have wanted. He asked to have Luke, Leia, and Han in a scene, but
Yeah.
he said no one listens to him. So
No
I
one
thought
listens
that
to
was
me.
an old quote.
that was an old one. Oh, okay. Well, I got it as like new news sent to me, but
It
he
got
believed the same thing.
resurfaced
But
for me too.
crazily enough, I didn't even think about that when I left the theater because I was just trying to process everything. And I kind of got that, yeah, they have new characters and it didn't fit in their story or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, looking back at it, it's like when Carrie passed, it was like, yeah, you're not going to be able to do that without like
You lost
a
your
lot
chance.
of CGI or AI or whatever. So I was like, yeah, that was kind of a missed opportunity. And other people started pointing it out on social media. It's like, why didn't you do this? And I mean, it's just one of those missed opportunities that it seems it's like a Monday morning quarterback thing, you know? It's like, yeah, you should have, but it didn't serve the story.
Is Luke who you guys really want to see pop up in the Mando Grogu movie?
I would be thrilled beyond nothing would top that for me. Nothing would top that. That would be top.
What about you, David? Who do you
That would
want
be
to see?
great, but it seems like they're holding them for the movie at the end, you know?
But it would make sense. He trained Grogu and he's met Mandalorian.
Yeah. But I mean, I just would like to see him there talking. I want to see him in action.
Yeah, he better be in action. And R2 better do something too, not just sit under a blanket.
I think we're gonna get Hera.
Do you? Okay. That'd be cool.
I feel like that's the thing that makes the most sense to me and who I'd want to see in this. Like, even if it's just like maybe like a quick clip of her and Zeb.
I don't know.
Together.
I don't know. I want to keep my expectations low. I don't want to set myself up for disappointment.
Yeah, with Filoni totally in charge, I think the consensus is he's going to bring all the rebels together in live action. So
yeah, because we've already gotten what we got: Hera with Sabine and
Hera, Zeb, Sabine, Ezra, and we can't
got Ezra and Hera
Kanan
together. We got Zeb on his own.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really sure what to make of this movie, but I think honestly, people would be really happy if we did get a scene with the original trilogy characters somehow.
Yeah.
You know,
and the duel
I think I've given up on that.
Given up on what?
I've given up on that. The original 3 together in a scene.
Well,
like,
I mean,
maybe there'll be a throne room scene at the end, and Leia, Han, and Chewie will be giving out medallions to Grogu and Mandalorian.
Whoa! I can see that, Craig. I can see them doing that, and Chewie still doesn't have a medal yet.
No, he's got one this time.
He gets one in years.
Chewie.
What if they give one to Zeb and Chewie doesn't get one?
Wow. Yeah, if there's a medal scene, yeah, you better bet your bottom dollar that Zeb is gonna get a medal. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure what to make of this movie yet. I was pretty hyped, but honestly, hearing who the writer was or one of the writers was, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, oh man, Book of Boba Fett writer. Ugh, jeez, why?
Kind of surprised they even said told us that.
I think they have to. I think they have to announce who the writers are.
Do they?
Yeah,
I don't
for,
know who wrote half of the
guild-
movies
for,
I've
like
seen.
guild stuff.
Oh, got it. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, I think they have to follow those certain guidelines.
Yeah.
What do
But I
you?
just
What
wanna
do the
say-
listeners think? Do they agree with me about this J.J. Abrams quote?
I think they're talking about all kinds of other stuff.
Ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Don't call our listeners ridiculous. Jake. I almost
Not
called James.
not our listeners are the quote. So stupid.
Where is
I
James,
mean,
by the way?
seriously. How could
Good one.
somebody be so brilliant to know so much about film but miss the most glaringly obvious thing in movie history?
I'll tell you what, Craig. You look at everything so far, and I think it has to do with pressure. When you're a mega Star Wars fan and they're like, you're going to direct the next episode, can you imagine the amount of pressure and what you're feeling? And then you got to go on set and you're like directing Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill, and you're second guessing yourself probably constantly. The people are coming at you with different things, and then Harrison Ford breaks his ankle, and then you have to rewrite the script, and it totally changes. And I'm like, yeah, this is better, which it probably wasn't, because I heard the original. I think it sounded better. I mean, and then that pressure, and then they do hit on episode 7, but then of course the mania that was episode 8 happens, and then they call back upon JJ to like save the franchise again. And yeah, it's a lot, man. I mean, you look at Gareth Edwards. He just, to me, it just feels like he couldn't think anymore. He couldn't think his way out of what he was doing, and they had to bring in Tony Gilroy, who's not a Star Wars fan, who doesn't care. He just knows how to tell. He just knows how to tell great stories. He stepped in, he saved it, and then he did Andor, and he still didn't care about Star Wars. He just wanted to make a great story, which he did. And some aspects are not that. I mean, it's one thing to get a Star Wars series where the creator doesn't really care about Star Wars, but he makes a good story happen. And that's what you got with Andor. And I mean, in general, you got a great thing. But as far as the connectivity that I think a lot of fans and myself kind of want to see kind of wasn't there as much, which it's a weird thing, Andor, to me, because it's not as connected as The Mandalorian is, you know. To me, I still favorite The Mandalorian seasons 1 and 2 over Andor. I can rewatch
Whoa.
so much more than seeing something wholly depressing. in the
That's
Star
a big
Wars
statement.
Well, I mean, that's just the way I am. I mean,
I watch Mandalorian way more than I watch Andor.
yeah. Because it's Star Wars.
But I love Andor. I think it's a fantastic show.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It's
it's
deserves
not,
all the awards and everything, but
it's a very different kind of Star Wars.
yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? It's not,
It's not lightsabers and duels and battles.
It's
yeah,
adult
or,
wars.
you know,
Mhm.
yeah, it's very different and I love
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I agree with David. If I sat down and watch, I'm probably putting on Mandalorian or, you know,
Yeah.
for me, it's like episode 4, 5, 6, 3, Rogue One, Mandalorian, Clone Wars. I never watched the sequel trilogy. Never.
I just start from the beginning and work my way through. And I just do a cycle.
There's no point in me watching it because I'm never going to watch 8. And 9 is just, I mean, they tried to do what they could, but it's still not
Mhm.
great. It's like, man,
Yeah.
Look
I
at
don't-
Zach wrote.
The Acolyte.
Acolyte is great.
know, Well, that's one of the things we wanted to talk about. There's a rumor that Manny Jacinto
Yeah.
is coming back to Star Wars, and I thought he was
Hey.
great.
Yeah.
I
He was the best part of that
liked
show.
him as Chimere. And if they had it centered on Chimere and Darth Plagueis, I want to see it. But I really don't care about Osha and May.
Do you think that they would give him his own show, or they would find a project to put him in? And if there
I
was a
don't
project
know.
to put him in, what would it be?
I mean, why not have him with Darth Plagueis?
I want to
And that's
see
what
the
Leslie
Knights of
Headland wanted
Ren.
to do. Apparently, the last thing that I've heard is that Leslie Headland was promised a season 2. So that's
Yes.
why she back-ended Yoda and Plagueis, because she thought she was going to have a season 2, and of course she doesn't. So that's why it felt so weird. But yeah, I mean, I just go back. I just constantly go back, and it frustrates me. You have so many characters, so many stories that would just knock it out of the park, be a slam dunk. I mean, just Plagueis, young Palpatine, Vader, do a movie, do a trilogy, do a series. You got Hayden Christensen, you got young Ewan McGregor. They're getting old. They're getting old quick. Sebastian Stan is kind of aged out of young Luke. Millie Bobby Brown's aged out of young Leia, kind of. You know, I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's all. I mean, Hiddleston is aging out of young Palpatine. You know, you had all these people lined up, and they kind of sat on their hands and just said, "Oh no, we're Star Wars. We're going to make the money, and it'll all be okay." I think they were a little in that mindset, and now it's kind of a new movie's coming out, and the same hype isn't around it like it always was. So, yeah, they might get humbled here on Memorial Day weekend.
I don't think so. I think it's
I mean,
going to do
look,
great.
I think no, I don't
we
think
need
it's
it to
gonna
do
get
great.
humbled. Unless the reviews are terrible. But I don't think it will be. I think it's going to do well. If
Yeah.
it's like an 8 or above, like it's a really strong movie, it will be huge. I think it'll be huge.
Yeah, it's a family
If
film
it's-
on a big holiday weekend. So
Do you think it'll do Zootopia numbers?
Probably
what were
not.
Zootopia numbers?
That was like the top
It was wild.
grossing animated
no,
film, right?
No, it's not going to be an animation. I think the tracking was 80 to 120 million for the weekend, somewhere around there. But
It depends. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got potential, but I don't know. I don't know. It's so hard to say because we really, I don't know. I can't get a grasp on what this film is going to be about.
yeah, I just see and hear too many people say, "Oh, it's just The Mandalorian. It's a TV show in theater, and that's all it is." And then that's where they're stopping. They're moving on. Some people have ranked the top summer movies, and Mando's not even on there. You know, they don't even bring it up. It's weird. It's very weird. Travis Mitchell's out there watching us on YouTube. Hey, Travis, thanks for watching. He says it may be easier to do a Tales of the Sith animated show with Plagueis and Chimere than Plagueis and Palpatine. Man, they need to get away from animation if they're gonna bring Star Wars back to its heyday. I mean, the animation's fine, but you can't put prime characters, I don't think, in animation unless they're like side characters. Like Palpatine, a young Palpatine story, yeah, you got to do that live action because there's a lot in there that they could put in there that will be viable, and we all know him. He's in the prequels. All the kids that were kids then are adults now. They're gonna want it, and I mean, there's the whole Palpatine of it all, the Manny Jacinto of it all. You bring him back. So,
Hopefully they don't wait too long on that one too.
yeah. But yeah.
And I really thought they were going to continue on with him because he was in Japan. He's doing all this stuff. It's like, why
Yeah.
bring him to Celebration if you weren't going to use him?
Yeah. It's something that they're gonna have to handle with very very careful hands, I think, because there's a way to go. I see really three paths, I think. I see the path that Filoni wants to go, and everything's gonna be Filoni centric. He's gonna flesh out all of his characters, Ahsoka and the Rebels crew and the Mandoverse. And then you have Starfighter, which is wholly created out of nothing, that Sean Levy has created, and you have all these stars, and it's going to be a standalone. They tell us it's going to be a standalone, but what happens if it's like a $2 billion hit? I mean, they're going to have to make a sequel. It's going to have to be episode 2 of that story or whatever episode, or if they want to make. The rumor that I've been hearing is the fact that Simon Kinberg trilogy is going to be episode 10. It's going to be episode X. And what are they going to do with that? And Simon Kinberg doesn't have the greatest. He has like a 50-50 record. He's made some real clunkers, but then again, he's made some decent stuff. Then he was on Rebels too. He helped with that. So yeah, it's a tough thing to do. And then the third path is, okay, so you don't do what Filoni wants to do, even though he's the CEO, or not CEO, he's the co-CEO. So it all goes through him now. But he's young. So if like a David Fincher, who they were talking to, which Kathleen Kennedy said when she was kind of out the door and dropping all those huge tidbits, what if he comes in and says, oh, yeah, Kathy promised me this and we can do this. And then Filoni's there and he's like, yeah, that's not going to work. It's like, how do you say no to David Fincher? I mean, I think
you don't.
His compromise is going to have to be there, because, I mean, I would never turn away like a David Fincher or Steven Soderbergh, which they have. It's kind of a tough deal. We're no longer in the realm of, I think, the original trilogy success. It's gonna have to be something different. It's unless they'd want to go back to it and get a bunch of unknowns and have it to where it's kind of like almost like improv. It's almost in a sense they don't care about what they're doing and they have fun on set and they kind of improvise. And I mean, those are really the only paths. So time will tell. But we got to get past we got to see what Starfighter does, I think, to see what path that they're going to go.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Dave talks to George on a regular basis?
No.
Not currently.
I feel like they probably talk.
But it's not like an every week type thing. I don't think, because he's busy with his museum too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I feel like they talk because Dave and George were very close and George looked at him like a son. So I think now that Kathleen Kennedy is out of the picture, it's a very different feeling. Even though he appointed Kathleen, I still think it changes things.
Maybe. I don't
Somebody
think
get
it
a hold
changes
of
as much as
Filoni
you
and lock
think.
this down. I want answers.
I don't think it changed that much. Like at the end of the day, is it now like I think there has to be a really good boundary between them because then now it's just George running it through Dave if they are talking on a regular basis. It's like, oh, blah, 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 I'm going to do this. Oh, well, that won't work. And then now it's just like George's hand back in there, and I just don't see that happening.
And
No,
now
I think
so,
I think Dave is going to him and saying, "What do you think about this idea?"
I mean, I think if anyone, Dave is
Maybe
like the
not for
lifer.
everything, like an animated show, but I think he's going to him.
I think Dave is a lifer. He's never going to go anywhere. He's going to be there till he dies.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I don't know if he has any interest outside of. I know he likes Transformers and Godzilla and all that stuff or whatever, but I think he's in there for the better part of most of his life. Maybe
Mhm.
Favreau not so much, but I mean, I always have a sports analogy for all this stuff because it's like in sports, if your team is bad, they fire you, they get rid of you. But if you're like 500, if you're like in the middle, your chances of staying are great. So if Filoni has like mediocre success, they still might keep him as a head. But if his projects just don't do anything, I mean, we're yet to see his first like solo thing, and like
I mean, we saw Ahsoka season 1 was okay.
Yeah, but yeah, he had the luxury of drawing upon Ahsoka, an established character from Clone Wars,
Yeah.
a beloved character, and everyone was behind him. He had all the goodwill. He directed Mando season 1, episode 1 and 2, I think, or just 1, and he did a good job there. But I mean, he had Favreau there, and Favreau's there again for Mandalorian Grogu. I'm pretty sure it's going to be really good. But I'm just interested to see, because I've heard things about Filoni where he's like, we can't do this, we can't do that, we got to do it like this. This is Star Wars. That's not Star Wars. This is Star Wars. You can't do any of this other stuff. That's not Star Wars. This is Star Wars. And it's like all those rules and stuff, it might hinder Star Wars because everyone's expecting for them to go outside of the realm of the rules of Star Wars, you know? I mean, there's a call for seeing like the Star Killer story in live action. You don't have
Oh
to be
yes,
like, this is
please.
canon. Yeah, you don't have to be like, this is canon. You can be like, this is like Visions, you know? No one says, oh, Visions is canon because they do a lot of crazy stuff there. But of course, when people see live action, they're scared that they're going to get confused and be like, no, this happened. But I mean, at the end of the day, there's so many things they can do, like the Old Republic and Palpatine and Darth Maul and Vader and Old Republic and all kinds of stuff. I really want to see that Lost Stars novel brought to real life, and that's one of Filoni's rules. He will not take a novel and reinterpret it for live action. That's like one of his rules, and it's like, dude, that's not what you should be doing. That's a great story, man. Craig would love it.
But is that
It's
a rule
odd
now?
story. What's that?
Is that one of his rules now? Before, like in this role, or was
It's
it
an
one of his
unspoken
rules in the
rule, I think, that he
past?
has, that I've heard, that they're not going to touch the novels and adapt them to live action. But like Lost Stars, it takes place during the original trilogy, but the original trilogy's in the background, and you have this couple that I believe the way it goes, they're on the bad side, and then one defects, but they're still in love. So you have someone on the rebellion and someone in the Empire, and they're still communicating with each other while the events of the original trilogy are happening, which is great. And then they
That is
kind of
pretty cool.
like crisscross between some of those events, and they talk about all the people on the first Death Star that blow up and die. They're like, a lot of their friends die, and they start having like an existential crisis between them. And then I'm pretty sure I'm getting the story a little wrong, but it's essentially that. And I think that's really interesting because you could still have the old school stormtroopers. You could still have the old school TIE fighters show up. And I think that's something that Star Wars still kind of needs. I think
Yeah.
it kind of needs that for the foreseeable future, really.
That connectivity.
Until
I
we
mean,
kind
I
of
feel
age
like
out.
everything changes. Everything
Yeah.
changes when your role changes in these types of like places and like situations. Also,
Yeah.
like he's in charge of creative, but also he's a co-CEO. So all these decisions are not solely based on him.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing. The interesting part about all of this is we're really not going to see the fruits of this for a while.
Oh yeah,
It
years.
takes, 2 years to make a movie? And, he'd have to write it, come up with ideas, all that stuff. So it's like we're going to be looking at like 2 years before we really know what impact he's had on anything.
Yeah. And what's sad is like if anything goes wrong in these next 2 years, like let's say Starfighter does awful, everyone will blame Dave because he's in charge right now. People are
True.
really going to have a hard time connecting.
Yeah,
with- I think
well,
people will
yeah,
blame
you have to
Kathleen
blame him.
regardless.
You got to blame
but-
him. If it's terrible, if it
Yeah.
sucks, you got to blame him. He's the dude at the top. He's the one that can make all the changes. He can go in there and like, hey,
Yeah.
you need to edit this right now. You need to take all this out, put this in. We got to do reshoots. We got to jump on the ball here. He's the ultimate boss now. He's gonna get the final blame. So I don't care
Yeah.
about the director. I don't care about Sean Levy. This is on Filoni now. He's in the big job. So that's on him.
Yeah, it's not fair because it's not something he started from the ground up on, but I guess it's going to take a while to really see what he does or what changes. I mean, we don't know what shows or animated shows or whatever might be in the works behind the scenes. Other than Starfighter, what else do we know of? Season 2 of Ahsoka.
Already
And-
done.
Yeah, we're gonna get Shadow Lord.
Shadow Lord.
There's a lot of feeling out there that he's gonna drop back to animation and just kind of like do
I don't
what he
think
knows
so.
how to do, and then he lets other people that have done a lot of live action just kind of take over and kind of be like a watcher and kind of like what the story group should have been doing this whole time, and just kind of overseeing it and be like, hey, look, it's not going to work because we got this and this going on, and it's going to conflict with that, and that's what the story group does essentially. So I mean, there's tons of ways to make Star Wars entertaining and insightful. Master stroke to have a little green guy in there that was Yoda species. That was really their saving grace.
And honestly,
about
I
it.
think that was Favreau's idea.
Probably. That's the one question I don't think anyone's asked him. Whose idea was it to have a little baby Yoda? I mean, who brought it up? Who spoke
No,
up?
I feel like
said-
someone's asked him that.
What's the answer?
I don't know. Let's look it up. I feel like that was asked.
Because I don't remember.
I feel like Favreau brought it up to Filoni and it was like, can we do this?
So it's Favreau's idea. Yeah.
I think so.
And then Filoni co-created Ahsoka with George. And
Yeah.
Filoni has shepherded it.
It was conceived by Jon Favreau, the creator and showrunner of the series.
Yep. That's what we all thought.
Not surprised at all.
Yeah, because
And
they were
honestly,
talking
I
about
think
who
it was
designed him.
Favreau. I think it was Favreau that said, can we have Luke in Mandalorian? I don't think Filoni thinks that way. I think that's Favreau being like, and Filoni was like, well, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And then it was
So-
John Knoll's idea to make Rogue One. And it wasn't a Filoni thing. One of the smartest people on the planet, John Knoll.
He's a big fan of the podcast.
Great
So
speaker,
Favreau
too.
wanted to
Uh-huh.
wanted to explore the mystery surrounding Yoda's species. Design was Filoni's. Filoni did the initial sketches for the puppet.
'Cause Filoni
was
draws all the time.
hesitant. Yeah. Dave Filoni was initially hesitant about the idea,
That
feeling
sounds right.
protective of the legacy of Yoda, who was one of George Lucas's favorite characters and concerned about not messing it up.
Yeah, you got to break Star Wars at some point, but you got to break it in the right way. You can't break it with like Luke throwing his lightsaber over his shoulder. You can't do that, which they've already done.
Or yo mama jokes.
Yeah, that's That's a whole lot less.
Basically,
than Luke.
anything that happened in Last Jedi, don't do it. Anything, everything, don't.
Yeah.
No. Bad.
So something I guess they like to do is the secret strategy, which could be a reason why they're not doing a lot of marketing or didn't do a lot of marketing. Keeping the
Yeah.
character a surprise was inspired by Donald Glover, who told Favreau that audiences love being surprised, leading to the decision to keep Baby Yoda off the marketing before the show release. So who knows what they're keeping as a secret strategy?
Yeah,
the
for every
movie.
situation, there's a different way to pursue it and execute it. That was great. That, I mean, you could just guesstimate on how big Baby Yoda was going to be, but it was just like a phenomenon. So when those toys did come out, they sold out quick.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody ever thought that we were going to see a little baby version of
Yoda.
Yoda.
No, it was
Yeah,
brilliant.
but I never heard that in my life. We got like the spy reports, and they're like, "Oh, there's puppets of Yoda species. We're going to go to his planet." And we're like, "Okay." Then we reported that on the podcast, but they never said it was a baby version. It was just the clone puppets for different like scenes or whatever, backups or whatever. But yeah, Star Wars needs to have more of that stuff that we don't expect.
Yeah.
I hope this movie is filled with surprises.
Well, we don't know anything that's going to happen, so I could guarantee that.
Everything's gonna be a surprise.
Everything's going to be a surprise.
Mm.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. We're gonna have a lot of new news coming. When is Maul, the first episode next month?
Yeah.
April.
Then it's gonna
So
end on May 4th.
So we're like 2 weeks, 3 weeks away from Maul. Then we're
Mhm.
gonna have Mando and Grogu. So we got some big Star Wars stuff coming up. And you never
Yeah.
know, maybe there'll be a lot more interviews and stuff where they could talk about other projects or something else, or maybe they'll say, now that we've seen the movie, what's going to happen with Mandalorian, if it will be a season 4 or what they're going to do.
Mm.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, I mean, I hope so. I mean, I really like the first 2 seasons. I don't ever go back and watch season 3.
Do you watch 2.5?
What's 2.5?
Come
Like
on,
2,
Craig.
3 episodes in Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
Huh?
the 2 episodes of Book of Boba Fett were just Mando doing.
Oh
Mandalorian
yeah,
stuff.
I love that episode. Are you kidding
There's
me?
like 2 episodes. where
That's
they're
what
like,
the writer wrote. That's the Book of Boba Fett writer. He did those
Yeah.
episodes.
You're
And
making that
Favreau-
up to get me excited.
I am. I'm trying to
Yeah.
get you hyped up.
It's working.
Yeah, and Favreau recently talked about that
Picture
too.
me
He
by
was-
my little pod racer. It's working.
Yeah, Favreau recently, I heard something where he was trying to kind of reconcile the fact that they did that, and yes, that was appropriate when everyone else was saying this is not appropriate. But I kept on thinking, hey, we're getting more Mando Grogu stuff. I mean, yeah, sure. I don't care if it's called Book of Boba Fett. Just keep on giving us this like dark saber storyline, and you got, I mean, characters who know Paz Vizsla and the armor, and we're learning things still about Mando, and it was such a great surprise, and a lot of people whined about it, and it's like, oh man, just let it be. And then they started whining about the scooters, and I was like, yeah, okay, I think that's justified.
But which is worse, season 3 of Mandalorian or Book of Boba Fett?
There's only one thing I didn't like about season 3. And there was only one thing I didn't like about Book of Boba Fett. And they're both very like trivial. So like to me it's just
Really?
whatever. Yeah, like Jack Black and Lizzo should not have been in Mandalorian.
That was
season 3.
horrible. It was just horrible.
That's the only thing that I didn't like though. But that's the only thing I didn't like. And then
don't
in
know, I
Book of
found the
Boba
whole
Fett, the only thing
season
I
kinda
didn't like was the
boring.
scooter gang.
The scooter gang was horrible. Boba Fett's just character made no sense.
Jack Black is like
evolved.
great in everything, and somehow they made him not great in Star Wars.
It's because they just had him be him and it didn't work. It just didn't work
I don't
in that.
know.
Also, you know what? I think Jack Black would have been great if he wasn't paired up with Lizzo. I think
That
Lizzo was really like, why is
episode
she here?
was just horrible.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, I feel like it was very much like they were like, we just want to play with the Grogu puppet. Can we be on the show?
Could you imagine if they had done things differently and went to a movie before season 3? How about
The movie is what we're gonna get.
Mandalorian, Grogu, and Luke? And then how now that's an adventure you can sign me up for.
Yeah, I think that
What would
was
they do?
really the play on it. They should have went straight to, we're doing a movie now. This is successful, season 1, season 2, but we want to make real money in the theater. But season 1 was 2019, season 2 was 2021. It was
That's
like right after
so
the
long
pandemic.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, because The Mandalorian was one of the first things on Disney Plus when it came out. Mandalorian and Loki. And WandaVision? I think it was WandaVision, then Loki.
Yeah, WandaVision was the first Marvel thing, right?
Yeah, and Mandalorian was
remember.
the first Star Wars.
Oh, look at that on YouTube. Shadow Guitar Crazy says, I've been a huge fan of the podcast. This is my first time catching it live. Thanks for catching us live.
You are a
Hi.
lucky shadow guitarer.
Guitar.
The force was with you today.
Guitarist?
Yeah.
No guitarer.
Oh, Lord.
Guitarist.
Guitarer.
Guitarer.
Guitar or
Yes.
We're officially off
way
the
you
rails
say
now.
It's past my bedtime. The sad part is like I'm the one on the West Coast, so it's like the earliest for me.
Jeez.
It's past my bedtime.
Listen, it's 1:00 in the morning for me. Oh, my eyes are
Oh
going crazy.
Lord. Oh, allergy season.
Allergies, it's horrible.
Still got them allergies.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Honestly.
It's 10 p.m. for me.
Yeah, Shadow Guitar Crazy says, I forgot I had this. This I think he says this as my username. I've had this account since I was 10.
Cute. Very cute. That's commitment. I don't know how old you are now. You might be 12,
Yeah,
but commitment.
I'm 11 and a half.
What was your first username, David?
My first username, you want to know.
Oh.
Back in the 90s.
Stinky Pizza Boy.
What was yours, Craig?
Hands down sexiest, I believe it was.
Whoa.
That's so ridiculous.
I just came up with it.
You're so ridiculous. I'm
Yep.
27 now. Okay, commitment.
Shadow Guitar Crazy. He's 27. Cool.
Well, now that
Remember
you
when I was
caught the
27.
podcast live, you can become a subscriber of our Patreon. Cue up the song. Arms of an angel. David needs your cash.
I love this remix.
We
Yeah, if you want to support us on Patreon,
can't.
go right ahead and help us buy our swag. And a
Buy
couple other
stickers
things,
to
I
hand
think.
out to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. They'll basically get your money back in swag.
Yeah.
He
That's what I do.
reinvests everything.
Yeah.
He
All
keeps
right,
promising me I'm going to get paid, but
They pay you $8 a week.
nice.
Ooh. You can buy
Not
pizza.
per hour, per week.
Oh,
I know.
I was like, I'll take $8
After
a week.
3 episodes, I could buy a Star Wars figure.
A 3.5 inch.
Yeah, they're $20 now.
Oh man.
I'm not kidding you. They are $19.99. That's why I'm saying, like, you guys are gonna release this new movie, and you're only gonna release characters I've seen 100 times. Keep
Mm.
'em. Give me an
Fun at
ember.
work.
I'm going to bed.
Oh, look at that. We got a new Patreon. You see that?
Absolutely, man. Hopefully.
It was the singing.
It
No one
was
can
the singing
resist
that
the
did it.
singing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Are you going to MegaCon, Craig? You are, right?
I am. Yeah, it's Thursday through Sunday.
Whoa.
Not too many
Who are
Star
you-
Wars guests.
I was about to ask, is there any? I
There's
know there's
like
a lot of Lord of the Rings.
John Boyega and
That's a big one.
Giancarlo. Yeah.
Ashley Eckstein and like the whole Clone
Oh, yeah,
Wars
some Clone
animated
Wars
series
people,
are going to be
that's right.
there.
The Clone
Mhm.
Wars crew.
But live action,
Diego
no.
Luna.
They really focused on Lord of the Rings this year,
Yep. It's
which I'm a big fan
25th
of. So,
anniversary. Yeah.
so, I mean,
I'm
I'm
a
happy
big
with it.
fan too.
Can you take this and get this signed for me, please?
You're gonna get it here by Thursday, Friday.
I'll fly it there myself. I will
Okay,
fly it, drop it off, give it to you, go home.
perfect.
I'll wait outside the door.
Yeah, he changed his screen name, guys, on YouTube from Shadow Guitar Crazy to at Hand the Man _
would you
Solo 17.
Why would you change it? Go back, change back.
Oh my God, change it back. We just
You
told
were a
him to
guitarer. You were the guitarer.
Yeah,
You can be whoever you want to be. Don't listen to Craig.
don't listen to Craig.
But the commitment.
So what was that? 17 years down the drain.
Yeah,
Everything you'd
it's
work
been his
for.
tag for years too, Craig. And look, you peer pressured him
Wow.
into changing it.
No, I didn't tell him to change it. I just told him to subscribe to the Patreon. You did the wrong thing. You were supposed to
Oh.
subscribe.
Someone says hello
Now
there,
ta-
Craig.
Hello. I'm not going to say his name.
Hello, Mr. Baggins.
Are you going to MegaCon?
That's funny.
Oh man.
Is Mr. Baggins going to MegaCon to meet? meet up with
We're
Craig?
always on live on Sunday nights. Guitar. I'm not calling him.
That's
by
not his name anymore.
No. it is
Oh,
for
look at
me.
this. He says, you don't know how many work shifts your pod has got me through. Awesome, man. I love to hear that.
Aw.
Because I have
Yay.
shifts at work too, man. And I got to listen to people and things. And yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Awesome. I love to hear
Now I
it.
want to know
I-
what you do for work.
Oh, man. We're going to get personal here. He's going
What's your name, your
He's-
social security number?
to say something crazy. He's going to say, I work at the slaughterhouse.
No, please don't tell me that. If that's where you work, just keep it to yourself. I don't want to know that.
He
Nah, there's
slaughters
no
them
way.
like
There's no
animals.
more slaughterhouses. Yeah.
He hates
Yeah.
them.
What do you mean there's no more slaughterhouses? Where do you think you get your steak and your bacon, bro?
And a lab.
The
What?
lab. There's more
No.
labs than slaughterhouses, right? I mean, do you think there's enough cows to feed to make all those burgers? I don't think there are.
Yeah, they like literally raise them to kill them and make more. They're not cloning them out there. They're breeding
Oh,
them.
who says? They are cloning that stuff.
Oh my god!
On
What kind
Camino.
of podcast are we having
Damn
now?
good ones, too.
We lost half our
Did you guys
listeners
ever
on that
watch
one.
Orville?
Little bit
Redenbacher?
of it. Redenbacher.
Yes.
I
No,
watched them on
the
many popcorn bag.
they have this like machine that just makes food, like it 3D prints fruit.
Oh yeah,
food.
yeah. That's the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's like a version of Star Trek, Craig. It's like that other franchise we don't talk about.
What?
I
print-
always get his name wrong. Seth from Family
MacFarlane.
Guy.
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane. Seth Rogen, Seth Green. There's too many Seths out there. Seth MacFarlane, it's his show.
Sesame
He plays
Street.
like the main character.
Oh, never seen it.
Ooh, it's good. You'd like it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good
What's it
show,
called?
Craig. The Orville.
Orville. Redenbacher.
Is it
I
a
think it's-
cartoon?
No,
it's live
it's
action.
live action.
It's
Ah.
essentially like it's just like Star Trek, the same kind of rules
Yeah.
and principles and ship, and it's kind of weird that they didn't.
What
like,
is it
go-
on? Netflix?
Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah.
Oh, I
It was
just
a
got rid
Fox
of that
show
because I
for a
never
while.
use it.
Well, yeah, you missed out on a bunch of
You
stuff.
don't have Disney Plus?
I do. I had Hulu and
Should
then I
see
got
on
rid
there.
of it because I was like, I never watched. The only thing I watched on there was Alien.
Yeah. Then it'll be on like your Disney Plus too.
So okay, before we go, I got a bone to pick
Oh.
with Disney Plus,
Oh no.
and I hope they hear this.
They're
So-
listening.
Nobody's listening, so I canceled my Disney Plus.
Whoa.
Yeah, you say whoa now, but
I don't
when
know you
hear-
anymore. Stop.
I canceled
Come
it
back.
last.
We love you.
When I canceled it in December.
Don't do this, David.
But see, it automatically renewed for the next year. So I was already paid up till this November, but I canceled it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna switch to just like month to month or whatever. But then I wanted ESPN back so I could watch my favorite team, the Spurs. So I bought the Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN bundle. But what it did was it gave me commercials on my Disney Plus,
Oh.
which I already paid over $200 not to get those commercials. So now I can't change it. So when I tried to watch Wonder Man, all these commercials kept on popping up. I'm like, this is unwatchable. I can't do this. So now
Do you
I'm
remember
stuck
when we
with
were
that.
little? That's all
So-
we had.
So hold on. Well, I mean, I got limited time here. I got too many things going on. I got to like not have commercials. But anyways, tonight they did the big red carpet thing for the Oscars. And then, okay, it's time to watch the Oscars. It flipped to like some 2020 true crime thing. And I was like, why didn't you just lead into the Oscars? So I looked and I figured that the Oscars was only shown on Hulu Plus Live or something. So I'm like, okay, let me run to my desktop or my laptop, buy it from them for a month or whatever. Okay, they'll get my money. You can't even buy it on the website. You can't buy it anywhere. I think they discontinued it, even though they said it was going to be on Hulu Plus Live. So what I had to do to watch the Oscars, and I tried my antenna didn't work over the air. So I had to go and buy YouTube TV for $80 just to watch the Oscars tonight. So now I got a month of YouTube that I can watch, I guess, but I'm really not going to use it because there's nothing.
You'd have to pay me to watch the Oscars.
David paid somebody to watch the Oscars.
Yeah.
$2,000 is my minimum to watch the Oscars.
They weren't that bad this year. That's wild. I mean, I feel like that was just so much back and forth.
Awful.
It wouldn't let
Awful.
you just change it.
Yeah. I mean, that was the only way I could get it as soon as I could possibly get it because my family was waiting downstairs to see it too. So
Mm.
I was like, this is the only way I can do this without, pirating it, which I don't do because, I mean, well, I get in trouble if you actually have the money to actually buy stuff now. So I don't do that. So,
Lame.
That's my bone to pick. So, yeah, it's weird. Weirdness.
I feel like all these streamings, like this whole Netflix, Paramount, WB, all of that stuff, we're just going back to the good old days of cable. Where
yeah,
it's
it's
like you just
essentially
buy
going back
all
to
these
that
podcasts.
paradigm. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all it is. Alrighty.
All right.
That's my
Well,
bedtime.
that is our show for tonight. I'd like to thank Mary and Craig for joining us.
Yeah,
But
it was a good
I
time.
also want to say, catch us again on Instagram. We're streaming live there at Star Wars Stuff Pod, also on Twitter at Stuff Pod. Blue Sky, you can find us there. Threads, Star Wars Stuff Pod. Support us on Patreon, like Craig said earlier, in the arms of an angel.
Arms of a
We're also on
David.
TikTok. You can email us at starstuffpodcast@gmail.com. And we got a website that we're trying to add more stuff to. And
After WonderCon, we'll have some stuff up there.
cool. Countdown City Geeks, we work with them. I'm at South by Southwest because of them. Mary's going to WonderCon because of them. So check their site out.
Saturn
You will
Awards.
see a few of my articles. I've already seen Project Hail Mary. I saw it like weeks ago now, and I'm going to write something up about that. There's a lot of spoiler stuff on it. It's kind of wild, but yeah, check all that out and give us 5 stars and write a nice comment about us. Say something nice about Craig.
Even if you don't mean it, I'll take that. I'll take it.
All right, guys. For Mary Craig 5, my name is David, and may the force be with you.
Lots of great Star Wars stuff coming up soon, next couple months. So make sure you stick
Always.
around.
Pew pew pew.
This is the way.
I am one with the Force, and the Force is with me.
Craig is getting sleepy.
I think it's his
Yes.
allergy.
Rest.
Craig is now barking
Meow.
Rest. I need.
and talking like Yoda.